I give you our second selectman and future first selectman, Norman Needleman.
Thank you, Phil. Oh my God. I will never be able to speak as well as Phil does. He's just an amazing person to follow on a stage. But I have enjoyed serving for 8 years, and I have, for the first time in those 8 years, actually prepared something. But before I actually say anything, I would like to take a moment and thank our current state senator, Eileen Daly, who just came. Thank you, Eileen. Great record of service for the area and great friend and supporter. So I'm going to start. If I go too long, hit me, knock me out, stop me. Thank you all for coming as I officially announce my candidacy for the job of First Selectman, as well as introduce Stacia Libby as my running mate for the job of Second Selectman. For the past 8 years, I have worked as a team, Phil and I have worked as a team to maintain the quality of life we have all come to enjoy in the 3 villages of our town. 8 years ago, he requested the Democratic Town Committee nominate me as his running mate, and the Town Committee trusted his judgment in that choice. I am asking the Democrats to trust in my judgment and also choose Stacia as my running mate. Phil and I proved to be a great team, each bringing unique skills to the table that allowed us to make so much progress on so many fronts. Stacia and I will also be a great team. My experience in town government, as well as in starting, building, and running a business, as well as Stacia's energy and desire to continue to help improve our community, as she has been doing on the Essex Park and Rec Commission, the Iverton Library Board of Directors, and the Essex Community Fund, will indeed allow our town to look forward to a municipal government that accomplishes a lot with a minimal budget. We will continue to improve the efficiency of the day-to-day operations of the town government. Work hard to encourage continued volunteer activity by helping facilitate the many volunteers that comprise our board and commissions, as well as work with the substantial number of nonprofit, quasi-public, and volunteer organizations that provide our town with a range of services at a cost that is far below what it would cost if the town had to provide those services directly. Organizations like the Fire Department, our Ambulance Association, our visiting nurses, and our 2 wonderful and unique libraries are just a few that we would work to encourage and support. Additionally, we will create and review with our residents a long-term capital plan for the town so everyone understands and has a say in prioritizing where we want to spend our hard-earned tax dollars. This would include all town-owned capital from parks, roads, sidewalks, equipment, etc. We'll continue to aggressively seek granting opportunities, something that no First Selectman has ever done as well as Phil, wherever possible, and work hard to make the most of the revenue we receive from all sources, be they state or local. It is anticipated that one of the criticisms and or questions about my candidacy will be my commitment to the job, given the fact that I already have a full plate in running an existing business and my involvement in a myriad of other activities within the community. To this concern, I have a couple of comments. There's an old adage that says, when you want to get something done, ask a busy person. I've always been able to juggle a number of responsibilities, and if elected to the role of First Selectman will certainly be the first priority. Having a full plate and living my work 24/7 is nothing new for me. And as many of you already know, I have a hard time sitting still for any amount of time anyway. As far as my business goes, I have an experienced, capable management team in place that already handles all the day-to-day activities. In fact, many of them are donating money and hope and pray that I get this job so I come in even less. So I don't really see it as a problem taking this job on. And finally, given the experience as a member of the Board of Selectmen, I know what it takes to run this town. There will be no learning curve, and I know I can step in and be productive on day one. Most importantly, you have my absolute word that the role of First Selectman will always be my #1 priority, and there will never be an issue where my other interests and responsibilities get in the way of serving should the town see fit to elect me. We will continue in the tradition of putting partisan politics aside and seek out the best candidates to serve on our boards and commissions, as well as help facilitate the projects we work on. I have long felt that the partisan rancor that has infected the broader political arena is divisive and does nothing to enhance the quality of life in our country, our state, and especially our town. A lack of civility has come to dominate the discourse, and it has crept into local politics. Whoever runs for office and whoever the voters choose to manage the affairs of this town should pledge not to allow this nasty spirit to continue. In closing, thank you all for coming out this evening, and please show your support for our entire team at our town committee next Monday and eventually in November. Thank you. I actually hate reading speeches, and as soon as Ruth came over, I knew I had to spit out my chewing gum. That's why I walked over there. She's always been telling me that. I want to take a minute and give Stacia a chance to speak. She's a great lady, highly energetic, will do a great job on the board, will hopefully give me an exit strategy so I don't have to do this for too long, eventually taking over as the first selectman of the town. Stacia.
I also have speech prepared. I just not hold it now.
Okay, you can yell.
I also have a speech prepared. I'm going to read to you. I consider it an honor to be chosen by Norm Needleman as his running mate in the upcoming town election. I would like to thank him for his confidence in me to manage our town government. This is not a role that I take lightly, and have given much consideration into how to best serve our community. As some of you might be aware, I have been a member of the Republican Town Committee. My views have always been that of a moderate, and as my political views have evolved, I realize that good governance is more than about just winning. It's about compromise, recognition, negotiation, and final outcomes that reflect the views of those who have elected us. I feel that our town's political climate has become increasingly polarized, but through it all, Norm has worked across party lines and done things for the best interest of our community. I look forward to joining him in that effort. Now it is time to seek out common ground rather than our differences. By listening to all viewpoints, communicating and working together, I know that we can continue to address the many challenges that our community faces. I'd like to thank you all again for coming out, and I look forward to the upcoming election season.